Now this part, I did hop up there, but you can just climb up or go around to the front entrance. Three trinkets spawn there. Then you get shore one again. Just jump off. Don't literally jump, just dash off.
And then you press F.
One trinket can spawn on this bridge pole. Trinket can spawn on this barrel. Trinket can spawn on this far barrel. Two trinkets can spawn inside this house. One on table, one on this counter. I think up to 3 trinkets can spawn here. One on this table, 2 on this table. One trinket can spawn in here on this little counter. And then this next part, only doable if you have, well, actually you can do it no matter what. If it takes time out of your day though, just save it for last or something. You just go up here, you can climb up here, there's a center part. If you climb in through this hole, there's a bunch of gaps, so you can refill your mana bar to climb. 3 trinkets can spawn here. Unless you have some like Snapgilidus, don't loot down there, but there are trinkets that spawn down there, and you loot the tree. Next, if you do go up here, you go up higher, you start making your way towards Battlegrounds Tower. Now, I'm gonna snap Hoppa down, but what a freshie would do is climb down like this. Oh my god. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that. That didn't happen. Normally, a freshie would climb all the way up. I'm Hoppa. Not one trinket, for some reason. Okay, next you go shore 4. I'm gonna fix my leg real quick. Okay, shore 4. Trinket can spawn on this table. I don't think anything spawns in here. Ooh, I didn't even know these armors existed. I don't ever go in there. Cave. Trinkets can spawn in here. Boom, boom, boom. Opal. I'm literally recording, like through OBS. Trinket spawn in the back of the house. Trinket spawn inside the house. One trinket can spawn on this little counter thing. Trinket can spawn in here on that counter thing. Trinket can spawn on that far counter. Trinkets can spawn in both of these rooms on the counters. Nothing there. Next you go shore 2. Nothing spawns at that house. Don't bother looting it unless you need a moss plant. Trinkets can spawn in this cart. No trinkets. Okay, next is sigil. Or you can save sigil for last, doesn't really matter. After that, it's Tundra 7. Run off this side, go inside here, start climbing down. A trinket can spawn here. Normally you'd climb down or pop a feather feet. I'm Hoppa. And then plenty of loot in here. And then for deep hit, just wait a second. Deep hit, unless you're Hoppa, don't jump down. Instead, as soon as you... Okay, look. Gate Tundra 7. Don't jump all the way down. Land here. And then start climbing down. You will die if you fall all the way down. And then you only do this next part if you have a torch, or if you have like higher than base climb speed, because there's like a really high chance you get frostbite from going up here. And then trinkets will spawn up here too. Nothing. Okay, I'm chaotic, so I can't loot the inside, but all the inside loot spots are really obvious. There are extra loot spots outside too, though. First one is right here. It'll spawn literally right here. And then the next one, it's... Wait, let me reset. You can kind of see it from here already. Looks like an idol or a scroll. It's right here. Okay, next is at this chimney. Spawn right there. And then I think that's it. Let me check. Oh, and then there's another spawn on the opposite side. Although this one's kind of dangerous to get, because if someone comes here and like M2s you off, you're just dead. Okay, and then next is D-Force. D-Force first, because it's safer. Don't loot D-Force 2, unless you're like okay with dying. But D-Force 4, you get that spot first. There can be a trinket that spawns there. You can go up here. Trinket can spawn here. And just in case, you go forward a little. Check if nothing spawned up there. This stuff can spawn on top of that thing. You can see it. There's an idol. I'm not going to grab it. And then you go back Deep Forest 4. And then you start making your way towards the bridge. Try not to die. This is also like a little pit stop. Sell, get all your silver. Trinket can spawn there and right here. There can be a trinket that... I think there's a trinket that can spawn right up there. There can be a trinket that spawns on the roof of this house. One on this barrel. One behind this barrel. Or box. In order to get on top of the house, I usually climb up here. And then just jump. And then up here, there's a staircase to the left. A trinket can spawn here. A trinket can spawn right here, behind the desk. One can spawn up here on this little green spot. And then 3 can spawn here on this counter. And then next, 4 Deep Forest 2. I recommend having Velo on, because trinkets can like hide basically. It's super dark. As you can see, a trinket could spawn there too. Trinket could spawn behind here. Trinkets can spawn back here. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Trinket could spawn. I'm not gonna grab that up because it's dangerous. I don't want to get M2'd. Trinkets can spawn all the way back here, like all the way back. One on top of this. One on top of this. And I think one can spawn on the floor back here. I'm not entirely sure. If you loot all the way back here, make sure to gate back, because it's faster than running. Then you run up here, go up. If the gate's closed, then you have to do just server hop. Don't bother looting it, takes so much time. First is right side. It'll be very obvious where trinkets can spawn in here. As you can see, there's 2 spots, 3 spots up there. One here, one can spawn up besides the table. There's a lot of spots. I don't think this deep has been looted. This could be promising. Don't bother picking up the acorn lights. They take too long to pick up. And don't gate back for here, although it might seem insensitizing. Make sure to close that door whenever you first enter, because then it'll let you know if people come in. Same here, close the door. Trinkets could spawn on the floor, but it's dangerous to get because of all these evil eyes. They don't give you insanities anymore. You can look them in the eye. Make sure to close doors behind you, just to make sure you're safe, because you don't want people to come through, and it'll let you know if people do, in which case you gate away. Close door. Be careful, there's a hole in the floor here. Jump over it. A trinket can spawn here. There's usually no trinket there, though. And for this next part, it's kind of difficult if you don't have something that, like, makes you take less fall damage. In which case, you can do it as a freshie, but you will get, like, ragdolled. But otherwise, whenever you want to climb... Here, let me do Snap Hopper. As you can see, it's hard. It's hard. Like, what? Jump down, run over, hit that. It's a pretty high chance you get knocked falling from that, though. This armor, I'm pretty sure, doesn't give you any fall resistance, so that was basically me doing it as a freshie. I'm chaotic. If you are chaotic, you go up here. There's a little hole. 2 trinkets spawn here. 3 trinkets spawn up here. Next, you jump down, catch the wall. Trinkets can spawn in here. This next part is very... And then, next trinket... Can anything spawn back here? No. Okay, for this next part, it's better for you to do it like this. Jump here. Boom. Start climbing down. You can see this little ledge. Make sure you charge your mana, just be safe. And then this next part, you will crack if you fall right down, but you won't die. Jump, dash, you won't take any fall damage. Same here. 3 trinkets normally spawn here, but there's only 2. And for this part, it's kind of difficult. You come around, make sure if you don't have Pit Fighter Dash, don't do this. Jump, dash. Then you come down here. It's a little ledge. Same thing here. Make sure you have mana. Gosh, oh my gosh, what was that? That was terrifying. Come down here. 3 trinkets can spawn here. Grab, grab. Stop dissing me. Okay, next place, it's Desert 5. Just jump down once you gate. Be careful. People like to go here because there's a doctor, and, you know, but make sure you sell. So trinkets can spawn inside this house, in the bookshelves and on the table. Actually, none in the bookshelves, not in this one. Trinket can spawn right here. 2 trinkets can spawn in here, 1 in the shelf, 1 on that table. But since it's a spawn, don't expect to find much. Another trinket can spawn in here, in between this house and the wall. Next is Desert 3. Go up here first. Trinkets can spawn up here. I don't really know how many. I think it's 3. Trinkets can spawn in the windows. There's none there. And you jump over, go through this hole in the floor. Trinkets spawn here. There's another that spawns down here, right here normally. There's nothing there though. And then if you haven't done Burial Grounds, you go Desert 2. Trinket can spawn here, and another can spawn behind this bush. And then from here, all you do, you run to Burial Grounds Tower, you loot the tower. And that's really it. Holy shit, freshie. Climb up here. And then menu here, which isn't as safe. If you want to be safer, you go up even more. And you menu on this ledge right here. This makes it so that way whenever you join into a new server, normally you have to wait to pick up any trinkets that spawn wherever you've logged. But if you just go here, then as soon as you join into a new server, you can start looting again over and over and over.